Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. When I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself in real time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So if you're open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty, raw look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So I will go ahead and pause for now, and I'll be back at the open. All right, watching 73 here for a potential short. But as of now, this thing keeps on grinding higher and higher. So I'm watching for some sort of sign of weakness here on ROST. Like I said, as of now, this thing just keeps on grinding. I'd like to see this thing come up some more and then come back down. So maybe 73.25, but again, I want to see this candle actually go green first if I'm going to take that trade. May cause me to lose out and not get a trade at all, but so be it. So there was almost 73.25. Nope, not looking like it's going to give me the setup that I wanted. All right, I'll go ahead and pause and keep looking around. All right, going to try to pick up just a single contract here at 650. Not going to make a bunch if it goes in my favor. Also not going to lose a bunch if it doesn't. We'll see if it wants to come back down here. All right. Going to have to hop out. Oh, wow. All right, well, let's see if I can get... There we go. So quick $100 loss on that one. Like I said, I knew that could have gone in either direction, so I'm very glad that I only did one contract because had I done more, that loss would have been much bigger. But now if this thing does want to come back down, I would be interested here. But like I said, at that point, felt like it could essentially go either direction, but $100, nothing that I can't deal with. So if this thing does want to come back down, still interested in it, but I wanted to, just dip my toe in the water just in case that was the time where it was going to come back down. Clearly it didn't, and that's all right. I can live with that. Okay, I will go ahead and pause. Well, Tesla has now come back down. So yes, of course, a hindsight game is, I could have held, but yeah, that's always easy to say in hindsight I could have held because for all I know, that thing could have gotten way worse. But I do need to now consider some calls. So if this thing drops down below 700, yeah, if this thing comes to, I don't know, let's call it 699, 698, I would be interested. So still got a ways to go. We'll see what it wants to do here. All right, but I'll go ahead and pause. Just patiently stalking this one as I think it's going to give me an opportunity. All right, I apologize. Got filled. Did not capture it on video. So got filled at 725. I was actually focused on something else. And out there for a $125 scalp. So back green, but again, apologize for missing the entry point. It happened very, very quickly, needless to say. Now I am interested in starting the process over again with the next entry point down around 690. So let's go to 550 on these, just double checking. Yeah, 550. So we'll see if we can Like I said, I'm trying to get filled on the options when the price of Tesla is down around the 690 mark. So a bit of a guessing game in terms of what's the option price going to be when the price of the stock itself is at a certain location. So 550 could certainly be changed. But I will go ahead and pause for now, and I'll keep a better eye on it just in case it makes another fast move. I'll keep it rolling just in case it does make a quick move, and I'd hate to miss 2 entry points in a row. Like I said, I want to be in down around the 690 mark, give or take. All right, I will go ahead and pause. All right, maybe a fast move here. Maybe not, but I don't want to risk missing the entry point. So my order's at 525. So if 690, there's the break. Let's see it come down some more. Okay, I'm going to go ahead to 475 at this point. I think I can get a better entry point down there. Going to come down a bit more. Okay, let's go to 450. Again, like I said, it is a bit of a guessing game. Again, I'm at 450. Hesitated. 425. Nope. Let's try 375 now. Hopefully I didn't get too greedy. I may have. Probably should have left it at 425. Well, because of that, I need to actually go to 350 at this point. So let's see if it wants to come back down. So just a bit more down. All right, I will pause. Okay, maybe get filled here. And I'm at 350. Oh, come on. All right, what I'm going to do here is try to get some at 4. Is this maybe is some sort of bottom here? And yep, too slow. Let's see if it wants to come back down. Well, got too greedy on that one. Greed in the form of demanding some sort of awesome entry point, which did not happen. So yes, that is greed operates in many ways. That situation, it cost me what would have been a profitable trade. So I did lose money via opportunity cost. So that's the tricky part about greed is sometimes it'll cost you money in the traditional sense, right? I got greedy and I lost money. But in this situation, I got greedy because I wanted an even better entry point, and my original entry point would have been just fine and I would have made money. But here I didn't make any money. So I did lose money in the sense from the opportunity cost perspective. So yes, greed behaves in many different ways. And I remember being a beginner, my mind I said always just went to, greed means like you do something stupid and then like you literally lose money on the trade. Your trade account goes down. And again, that is what matters most because you need trading capital. But as you get, more experience, you're going to realize, yes, greed is tricky because I could have made, in that situation, about $150, but I didn't. So my account could have grown by $150, but it didn't at all. So in that sense, well, it's coming back down. Wow. This is, do I really want to play options this cheap? And let's see if I can get something at 275. Or does it just, maybe I just try right here. And if it bounces, great. If not, so be it. So let me try for a couple here at 375. But maybe I was a little bit too slow on those ones. Well, we'll see if the price wants to come back down and fill me. If not, once again, it was too slow. Okay, coming back down. All right, in there. So like I said, this thing either needs to bounce, or if it breaks down through 680, I'm out. Now, I'm not going to make a bunch if it bounces, but I'm also not going to lose a bunch if it does not go in my favor. So let's see what it wants to do. If we can get a lower shadow here, that would be great, but clearly a lot of downwards pressure, but it's just a question of, is the downwards pressure finally done? And as of now, not seeming so. Watching 680. Oh, got to get out. So out there for another loss, which puts me down now 145 on the day. Well, I tried. Was looking, like I said, that candle right there. I mean, to me, that made sense. Like that could have been some sort of potential bottom, but as you're seeing here, it was not. And that's all right. Down 145. So yes, technically I went from red to green, back to red, but I mean, I was only up green $25. Now, if I was up $2,500 and I just risked it all to go back red, all right, at that point, that's a bit sketchy, but here, nothing to freak out about at all. But I like that trade. I'd take that again. I mean, the risk reward there was very nice. Had that thing bounced, then that could have been very much so worthwhile, but it didn't bounce, and that's okay. I was certainly fighting the trend, trying to catch a falling knife in a sense, but not a random falling knife. I had a reason to try to catch it right there with the candle formation, but that is why you definitely should. But it was still a form of trying to catch a falling knife, which is why if you're going to try to catch a falling knife, make sure that you're going to be disciplined about it. All right, I will go ahead and pause. Okay, I have an order out to pick up. I'll put here at 26. We'll see if it can get down there and fill me, or excuse me, if the price can rise up, which would then cause the put to hit me. I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, maybe I'll get filled here. Like I said, needed to come up just a bit more. I'll keep a close eye on it. Okay, maybe going to get filled here. I'm on the best bid. There we go. In. So let's see if this wants to come back down. Just one contract, giving myself plenty of flexibility here. Try to pick up one here at 25. Whoops. That was supposed to be 25.50. Okay, well, that was not what I was ideally wanting. Let's see if this thing wants to come back down here. So took off one there just because, like I said, that was an error on my part anyways. Yeah, I need to try to get out of this other one here too. There we go. So unfortunate. Like I said, that second ad messed things up a bit. So wanted to err on the side of caution, given, already red. So I need to just play it safer here. If I was in the green, then I would have totally managed that a bit different. But again, given the circumstances, not that I was super red, but I was red. So, I didn't want to fool around with it. But yeah, I had the wrong order in there. I was trying to get filled at 25. What was I trying to get filled at? 25.25. And I got filled at 25.85. So 60 cents more than what I wanted to get filled. So that's what kind of threw things off. Now, that didn't mean to panic or anything like that, but it did mean, all right, admitting to myself, this isn't going how you had wanted it to go. And therefore, erring on the side of caution. Now, I'm well aware this thing could still come down and it could still be completely fine. But again, I don't know what's coming next, right? Looking to the right, this void of darkness, right? That's why simulator trading, paper trading, demo trading, whatever you want to call it, is important, because a book's not going to show you this over here. I mean, what are you going to do when you look into the void? A book's going to say, oh yeah, you could have bought right there, right? Oh yeah, a book's going to say, yeah, you could buy right there for the little bounce. But that's looking to the left. Looking to the left versus looking to the right, very, very different situation. I'm going to try for a put here at 16.75. Looking for it to bounce up a bit more and then come back down. But that bounce up may have been where it would have been smart to get in. Try 16.50. Oh, come on. I'm on the best bid. Try 16.25 now. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, I'm watching 645.50, and I'm just going to do shares now. That way my risks is a little bit more clear, well-defined. So 645.50 is what I'm watching in there. 50 shares. So now it's just a question of, does this thing want to come down to at least 644? That seems to be a reasonable area that the price could make a move down to. So needed to go a bit more. Okay. Took out half there. Very nice scalp there. Hey, wouldn't you know it? Put me up at 10. Clay, why'd you only do 50? Well, because I didn't know that I was going to be right. If I knew that I was going to be right, I would have done way more. But I was more concerned with what if I'm wrong? Where's that going to put me? And because I was red already, I was willing to take a little bit of risk, but that was actually a very, very nice trade given the amount of risk that I was taking, because I had such a small, I had a very tight leash on that one. So like I said, for what I made there, again, I know quote unquote only $89, but what I was risking, actually quite pleased with that a whole lot. But again, I realized, Clay, you should have done options. You should have done a big size amount of options. I know. Good old hindsight trading. That's why we're all master traders in hindsight. But yeah, that trade, I didn't even think I'd necessarily get back to green on that one. Like I said, relative to what I was risking, I wasn't even planning or trying to get back to green, but it moved so quickly and so nicely that ultimately turned out to be a nice little trade. But now I am interested in going to the options and potentially now playing a call option if this wants to come down some more. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. Okay, going to try to pick up an option here at 18. The premise is quite simple. This thing is either going to roll back over or it's going to keep on moving upwards and I'll be out. I'll be red on the day. It'll be small red and it is what it is type situation. So like I said, very straightforward. Either this is a bear flag that's going to break to the downside, or it's just going to go past the point that I'm willing to let it move, and it's going to work out in my favor. But I will go ahead and pause for now, and I will let you know what ultimately happens with it. Well, is it starting to head up? Is it going to stop me out that quick? All right, I'll pause. All right. Give it a little bit more space. But nope, I got to get out. All right, well, wasn't I down $80 at some point? I feel like I was. Because now I am back down being $80. Back down $80. Did that one just fool me? Yeah, so got in a little too soon. I just couldn't sit through that if it does roll back over. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick one up here. It feels like this might have been just... my overall idea was right, but I just got a little too anxious. So let's see if this thing does want to come back down here. Again, even if I'm wrong, it's not going to cost me much. And just the same way, if I'm right, I'm not going to make a bunch. But like I said, I gotta keep in mind the downside here. But I'll go ahead and pause. 641.50 is the key breakdown point. So it's was nearing there, but that fast back up above 642. So if it looks like it's going to break down through 641.50, I'll get the video rolling at that point. Well, looks like this one got me again. I'll give it a little bit more wiggle room, but not much more. Now, if this does come all the way down to 641, I will add another contract. I don't think that's going to happen. If you heard me clap, that was because a mosquito was flying by. Like I said, I don't think that's going to happen, but never say never. But I'm not willing to make any move on it until 641. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. Well, nice candle sitting right at that area. Let's do this. Let me pick up one here at 1745, or excuse me, 1750. And let's see if this thing can indeed get the move down through 641. That'll be the key break. If that breaks, I think this thing could really pick up some momentum to the downside. And 641, that'll be the golden goose level. There is the break. Options are not moving nearly as much as I thought they would, though. Let's see if we can get a 640 break. So we took out one at 1815. Like I said, I thought the options would be moving a bit quicker in my favor. So miscalculation on my part there. But let's see if this thing wants to come down some more. And I'm definitely glad I added. But I do not like how it's hovering around there. So I'm just going to hop out there. So still down. Glad I added. That was good. But again, miscalculation. Thought that I'd be up a bit more because the options would have moved in my favor a tad more. But like I said, nobody's fault but my own on that. Well, now I want to close green. I'm not even going to try to deny that. I mean, I'm within $10 of being green. So certainly can be a very risky situation to be in. 639 going to be a key level here. I'll keep an eye on it, but I mean, at this point, I could just do 50 shares and either I'm a little bit more red or I get green. Like I said, by no means am I trying to explode. And if anything, it'll be a personal little challenge. Can I actually get green, or will it just be a bit red? Bit more red, I should say. I'll pause. All right, have an order at 12.75 here for a put. This move seems to be getting pretty crazy. Changing that to 12.50, but that might have been the move, which I would not have gotten anyways. I'll pause. Well, I'm not going to lie. I really did want to try to get back to green just for the sake of the YouTube video. So the YouTube voice was definitely saying, go for it. And I'm well aware of it. Hence me just doing all this with one contract, just because I don't want to listen to the YouTube video and all of a sudden load up on 5 contracts just because I'm trying to get fancy for a cool YouTube video. And then I find myself just way, way lower than where I actually needed to be. But at this point, are you really going to make that move again? No, I need to be done. Okay, I was having serious fun. Again, it's fun, not in this gambler type where I'm just behaving, just randomly. Risk control was certainly at the forefront, as I continue to weigh if I'm wrong. But at this point, I do need to completely be done. So yeah, this is one of these where I don't want to post it. I mean, a whole lot of trading and just choppiness and not a whole lot. Let me put it this way. I 100% understand if this is your first time watching one of my videos, you're probably like, this dude is a terrible trader. I get it. I don't think you're crazy at all. All I can really say is please watch a few more live trade videos because you'll see sometimes I actually make money and make good amounts of money in very small amounts of time. But from just strictly a transparency standpoint, like I said, I don't want to post this video because it's going to make me look really bad. Like I said, I get it. But also, depending on how much of a beginner you are, this happens to everybody. Whether or not they show it, that's another topic. But it happens, and if it happens to you, doesn't mean you're a bad trader. Doesn't mean anything like that. It just means that sometimes when you're managing risk, you just can't quite get things right. You get stopped out too soon, and that sort of stuff happens. But risk management over time within a big picture is going to keep you in the game. So yeah, a lot of trades, all for down $10 commissions. I don't know. Let's call it down $20, $25 on the day. So it is what it is. If you enjoy these live trade videos, and if you appreciate the transparency of just showing what trading could really be like at some point and not always trying to paint rosy pictures, then please hit that like button. That really helps out. And better yet, if you could hit the like button and leave a simple comment, that helps out even more. So thanks for hanging out. And yeah, sometimes these days happen. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.